Welcome back, everyone. In this video, we're going to talk about recording business expenses. Let's dive in. So we talked a little bit already about the banking screen and how you are going to link your business bank accounts and business credit cards to the QuickBooks Online system so your banking feed shows up and you can categorize these transactions, assigning them to the correct chart of accounts. Let's go into QuickBooks and let's navigate over to the banking screen. Your goal every month is to categorize all of these bank feed transactions so that there is nothing left for review. For example, in the beginning of July, you should make sure all of the June transactions have been categorized. Then, in the beginning of August, make sure that all of the July transactions are done, and so on. You can also do this more often if you want, but you do have to make sure it gets done before you try to reconcile your bank accounts or create reports. Otherwise, the reports will be off. Go ahead over to date range, and we're going to click on all dates and put in the date range June 1st to June 30th. Click apply. Now it's showing us what's left to categorize for the month of June. If you go over to date, you can click the little arrow and you'll see it'll put it in order for me according to date. Now let's click on the first one for Hicks Hardware. Go ahead and click on the row. Don't hit add yet. This was a business expense for Hicks Hardware. You can see that QuickBooks wants to suggest which account this should be categorized in. Unfortunately, the QuickBooks AI usually does not guess correctly, so you do need to manually check each one of these and confirm it's getting recorded in the correct account. We're going to change this to maintenance and repair account. There we go. So now it's going to get categorized into maintenance and repair expenses. And let's say this was for fixing drywall in my office. I'm going to write drywall repairs in the memo line. This will help jog my memory later when I'm doing my taxes. Click add and you're all done. Let's check our work by going over to the expenses tab. Here under filter, you can filter by date, type of transaction, or the person you paid. Let's go ahead and put in Hicks Hardware. And you can see it pops up automatically. I'm going to hit apply. And you can see the transaction that I just put in is right here for drywall repairs. Then you can go back to the banking screen and play around with categorizing more of these transactions until you get comfortable. Take some time to practice and then I'll show you a few more features in the banking screen. So back in the banking screen, just to review, you are clicking add to record these transactions which were previously unrecorded on your books. You are clicking match when you are matching this transaction to an invoice, bill, or receipt that's already in the QuickBooks system. Record as transfer is only when you're moving funds between two accounts owned by the same entity. You won't transfer very often, and when you do, it will be between two business bank accounts. Record as credit card payment is only for when you're recording paying off a credit card, and so you will also not use this very often. The only other thing I want to show you is if there are transactions you know you had, but they're not yet showing up in this bank feed, hit the Update tab. That should resync your accounts and give you the most up-to-date information. Lastly, I want to show you that there is a receipt function where you can upload your expense receipts via files on your computer, Google Drive, or set up receipt forwarding directly from your email. They'll show up here and you can review them and match them to the correct transaction in your bank feed. Now that you've gotten to learn about setting up QuickBooks and recording income and expenses, in the next video, you're going to learn about matching your bank statement to what's been recorded in QuickBooks so that there are no errors, and we will also talk about creating financial statements.